Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 3 of Eminence and Shadow, and this show is growing on me. To be honest, like, full transparency, I knew I was gonna like this show. Like, I knew I was going to, because I don't know, man. I'm drawn to the type of cringe that this show presents. And I don't typically talk about it. Like, there are a lot of shows that I'll watch behind the scenes that I never tell anybody I've watched. Because I'm just like, yeah, you know, most people are gonna be like, "Wow, you like that?" And I'm like, "Yep, I do." But I had a feeling. But anyway, let's get on to episode 3.
彼女たちは大人になったのだ。教団なんて存在しないし、もうこんな茶番には付き合いきれないから自由にさせてもらいます。
Okay, so he's actually fully convinced that none of this stuff is real. He genuinely thinks that everybody's just playing along. Like, he really thought that that dude was just a regular bandit. And okay, so it's making sense. He did say that when he threw the knife at the map, he was like, "Oh my god, her acting is so good." I thought he was being sarcastic. So he actually genuinely believes that that none of this stuff is really happening. Wait, is he gonna be oblivious this whole show? Like, is this entire show gonna be him just like denying the fact that any of this stuff is really going on? And that these people are just indulging in his delusions?
Mario! Mario!
People in this show bleed way too much. Like, there's a lot of unnecessary. I mean, I like the gore and stuff and the fact that it is bloody, but like certain things that happen in this show, like when the driver got punched, he got punched and like a gallon of blood flew out. Like, there's a little excessive. Wait, that's not how he got hit by a car, is it? No, because he was like, oh no, it was on like the side of a winding road or something. I think. I have to go back and look. What a stupid way to die.
まあ、扱いは文字通りモブそのものなんだけど。田舎者は下町の安アパートにでも住んでろって。
But wait, that doesn't really make any sense because, well, hold on. I don't know how they treated his sister when she got here. So they said they treat him like a secondary character, but maybe they treated the sister the same because they both come from the same place, right? But they're nobles, aren't they? I'm a little confused. Like, why would they treat him different than they treat his sister when they're from the same family? I guess I have to see how they treated her when she showed up.
俺らも上の連中みたいに崖の中の寮に入れてくれりゃいいのによ。
お姫様たちが住んでるような場所に僕らみたいな子
There's no place for bottom of the pile nobles like us. So there's still no, but so they're the middle class. is that this? So all these people there are the super rich and they're the middle class, but they're being treated like poor people. Sounds about right. Yeah, this world is pretty accurate. Okay.
その罰ゲームとは、学園のアイドルに告白してこっぴどく振られること。まさに僕がやりたかったモブらしいイベントだ。
Oh boy. Okay. All right. It's prediction time again. Let's see. He's gonna propose to the most popular girl in school or whatever, I guess, and she's gonna somehow accept his proposal. Why? I'm not sure. He did clearly say that everybody here treats him like a peasant, which is exactly what he wants. But somehow, through the power of what the fuckery, this chick is going to accept his proposal. Or is it a marriage proposal, or is it just like to go out on a date or whatever? I don't know. But yeah, they'll finagle it somehow.
そして告白相手は。
麗しのアレクシア王女、学園の女神よ。どうかこの私。
Ah, she's a princess. Alexia, huh? Okay. I humbly ask you to join me in pure and upright courtship. Man. You got the juices flowing with that one, I'm sure.
アレクシア王女。
You're overselling it, bro. He got her name wrong on purpose and everything. Like, this dude is, he is playing it up. He is trying to make this the worst confession he could possibly make it. Just to solidify, because if she does reject him, especially in some grand way, this will solidify him in that loser side character position, and he'll be exactly where he wants to be. But we know it's not going to work out for him. We'll see. We'll see why she would accept such a pathetic confession.
あとは振られて退場するときにつまずいてこければ。
わかりました。
え？
あなたのような方を待っていたの。
Okay, that was surprisingly easy. All right. So why would she accept this proposal? I am guessing, I'm assuming all the other dudes she felt were probably not easy to control. Like, they're all like noblemen who are very proud and, you know, but he's like a pushover, like a weakling, pathetic. So I'm assuming she's just like, oh, I've been looking for a slave or somebody who to wait on my hand and foot, like a complete coward that I can boss around. That's my prediction. I watched a lot of anime, guys, so if I'm right, of course I'm gonna gloat and brag, but if I'm wrong, it's fine. Because I've seen a lot of shows like this too, so I'm just kind of going on typical tropes here. She seems like the tsundere type.
おかしいな。
絶対おかしいですね。
正直言ってお前にアレクシア王女と付き合えるだけのスペックはない。俺ですら怪しいレベルだぜ。
Look, everybody needs friends like this. It may seem like they're just hating, but they're keeping it real with them. Like, bro, there's no way you should have been able to pull this off. I'll take honest friends over fucking liars any day.
キスのモブ。
下級貴族の席に。
しかも距離が近い。
へえ、さすが王族、やたら多いね。
Bro, they just brought her. They brought her a whole freaking meal. Can she eat? I mean, don't underestimate. Okay, I don't want to jump to conclusions. This is probably normal for her. I like a girl who can eat.
いつも食べきれないの。本当はもう少し下のコースでもいいんだけど。
Oh, okay, so they're just wasting food because they're assholes. Leave it to the rich. Just wasted food. Here's an entire fucking enough to feed 5 people. Enjoy.
推薦で第一部に席を空けてもらったから。
はい。こうして僕の昼食と
さっさと振れや、俺。
作戦はお
So he's trying to get dumped. I don't know, like whatever it is he think he's doing, it's having the opposite effect. Like, I feel like if he would have just gone up to her like all the other people did and just been himself, he probably would have got rejected proper. But I feel like he's like accidentally stumbling into these situations that he's trying to avoid. You ever see somebody like try to fake trip and they stick the landing? That's what I'm witnessing right now.
アレクシアは攻撃は当てないし、動きも遅い。魔力もあまり使わない。初めは僕に合わせているのかと思ったけど、違った。
That's interesting. So he's like sizing her up and trying to figure out, you know. And I like the tripped out part is after that explanation, I still don't know if that means she's strong or not. But this is going to be an interesting couple dynamic. I'm very excited to see where this goes.
それが君の答えというわけかな、アレクシア。
ええ、そうよ。 彼と付き合うことに決めたの。ゼノン先生。
Ah, I see. So, okay, all right. I guess that makes more, but like it could have been anybody then. Like, why him specifically? Did he just have good timing? Because if she just wanted to like bring somebody to show to her dude who she's supposed to be getting married to in the first place to make him jealous or whatever, like, I don't know. Maybe it was just good timing, I guess.
君はゼノン先生と婚約するのが嫌で当て馬が欲しかったんだろ。だから扱いやすそうな下級貴族の僕を選んだ。
ええ、そうよ。
Okay, so I was right. All right, cool. Well, not specifically. Like, I thought it was like a personality trait. Like, she was just masochistic and wanted somebody to control. She did pick him because he's lower class, and she thought he would be easier to control on those grounds. So I was right about that part at least. But I didn't even anticipate she was already betrothed to some other dude and she just wanted to make him jealous. That part I got wrong.
ね、罰ゲームで告白してきたシド影野くん。あなたのお友達と話したら顔を真っ赤にしてペラペラ喋ってくれたわ。
Well, you've been figured out, sir. Your friends are rats. You sure picked some good ones.
僕が金になびく男に見えるとでも？
見えるわ。
その通りだ。
Oh my god. Dude, that he like she said yes with no hesitation. She like, "Yep, you sure do." And he's like, "Ah, well, seems your perception is pretty good." I don't know why, but I absolutely loved that scene. That was perfect.
仕送りだけじゃ影の実力者の活動資金は全然足りない。このチャンスを逃す手は。
My boy's barking like a dog. Look, he like, bro, I get money for this? I was just doing it just to dick around, but you gonna pay me? All right, hell yeah. Let's go. And she got plenty of money to throw away. All right.
ほら取ってこい。
Extra super ultra cringe.
ったく、俺も狙ってたのによ。
役玉よね。てか相手の子誰だっけ？
幸いにもみんなはアレクシアに恋人ができたことに注目し。
I like the fact that they're calling him a gold digger. How the turns have tabled. I mean, they're right. They're not wrong. They are absolutely correct. But still, that's funny.
はいはい
はいは一回。
はい。アレクシアはさすがにみんなの前では自重しているが、裏では罵詈雑言の嵐だ。
Well, of course. Of course. She's freaking royalty in an anime. I mean, they're not all terrible. The princess in Mushoku Tensei is pretty awesome, but I mean, this is one of those animes. Of course she's a fucking snobby ass. Look at all the fucking attention she gets all the time in this school. Like, everybody's fawning all over her. She got freaking her butlers and stuff bringing her 5-course meals at every lunchtime. Like, she's definitely pampered and spoiled. She's throwing money around like it's nothing. She is the perfect prototype. I mean, the perfect archetype for a spoiled rich princess.
だし、地位も名誉も金もあって、実際女子からの人気も高い。
上辺だけはね。そんなのいくらでも取り繕えるわ。私みたいに。
I love how honest she is, though. It's easy to pretend to be perfect. That's what I do. Honesty is the best policy. Like, even the shittiest attitude can be remedied, in my mind, with a bunch of honesty. If you're a piece of shit and you know it, then I'm just like, hey, yeah, you know, all right, you're a shitty person, but at least I can trust you. Like, at least I know that you'll be upfront with me, and I'll just, you know, dismiss your bullshit when it comes up. But I like honesty. Honesty carries a lot of weight with me.
欠点よ。
なかなかネガティブな判断だ。君らしい。
だから 欠点ばかりでろくに美点のない平凡なあなた
That's why I have nothing against a guy like you who's totally average and full of flaws. Ooh, if only you knew, lady. He could kill you 17 different times in the next 3 seconds with that ice cream cone. You don't even know it. And that's, dude, there's something very enticing about being just all powerful, just like a fucking badass dude who can kill literally anybody. Like nobody's a threat to you. And you're just carrying on life like you're not, and people are talking shit to you, they're talking down to you, they have all these expectations of you that are very way under your ability, and you just know, like, yeah, you know, whatever. This is where I want to be. that's a good feeling. See, that's why a lot of rich people too, at least the smart ones, you'll never know they're rich. They can buy anything they ever wanted, and they go around and they proceed through life shopping like they ain't got money, and they carry themselves like they ain't got a lot of money, and then they go home to their mansion. Oh boy.
やっぱり有料物件じゃん。
いいえ欠点のない人間なんていない
There is no such thing as a human being with no flaws. So whenever you hear people going around talking about how perfect X person is, or how perfect this person is, or how perfect that person is, always take it with a grain of salt. Because there ain't no such thing. No matter how perfect they look on Instagram, or all these couples, these influencers and stuff with these squeaky clean, like whatever, like trust me, they got something to hide.
ないわもし
If one did exist, they'd either be a massive liar or not right in the head, which is usually, it's always, almost always one or the other.
回答ありがとう。
どういたしまして欠点まみれのポッチ今日の報酬よ
He is not holding back at all. Like, he has no, like, he just can't be embarrassed. Especially like, and that's the thing, when it's your goal to make yourself as mundane or as weird and out of the, you know, attention as possible, like, it has to be so freeing. Just not giving a fuck what anybody thinks. As a matter of fact, going out of your way to make sure that they think less of you so you don't have to meet anybody's expectations. I just want to be in the background, live an easy life with my massive amount of power.
基礎はできてるのにただそれだけそれ以外は何もないのになぜか目を奪われるでもやっぱり嫌いな剣
So I wonder if she's saying that about his fencing because she's doing the same thing that he's doing, which is holding back. I feel like that's because like people like if you're practicing something like that, you can't really help but to gradually get better. Like even if it's like by the teeniest margins, like practice makes perfect, or you know, it can for a lot of people. Sometimes it takes significantly longer than others, and sometimes it takes so long for some people that it seems like you're not really making any progress at all, but like you're bound to make some. But I would wager it's extremely difficult to be exactly the same all the time, like 100% of the time, just be at the exact same level. I can understand how that feels off to her.
僕は適当な人間でね。もし世界の裏側で不幸な事件が起きて100万人死んでも割とどうでもいい。
最低のクズね
I mean, that's most people though. Like honestly, like nobody would come out and say it like you just did, but most people in the world don't give a shit about other people. Like if it ain't something happen in your immediate area that directly involves you or somebody you know, or is close enough for you to even do anything about, like you're not gonna care. Like if somebody found out that another place just got like fucking bombed and was erased off the face of this earth, millions of people died, like people would be like, wow, that's crazy, and they would go on about their lives. And that's not like saying something bad about those people, because like that's just the way it is. Most people are like that. If it's not affecting you, if it's not like in your immediate area and there's not anything you can actually do about it, then fretting and worrying about something to a certain degree is it's just wasted energy. And most people are dealing with their own problems. They got their own shit going on. They don't care. Like, they'll say they do. They'll tell you they do. If anybody asks, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, well, fuck, I care." They don't. They don't give a shit. And they're not going to do anything about it either. Like, you know, even the people who claim to give a shit, the people who run around here being busybodies, pretending like they give a fuck about all this stuff, like they don't. They really don't. They just want to look like they do because whatever fucking insecurity or reason they're dealing with, they need the world to believe that they're this empathetic person who cares about stuff, but they don't. They don't give a shit.
その言葉に何の意味があるの？
何も。ただあるとすれば、自分が好きなものを他人に否定されると腹が立つ。
Okay. Man, look. As a character, I really like him. Like, he doesn't really have any, like, outside of the fact that he's willing to be extremely cringe just to be so, overall, he takes care of himself and his body. He's strong. He has a sense of justice. And overall, looking at his worldview and some of the stuff that he says, he seems to be pretty competent, all things considered. So, I don't know, man. Like, this is the weird kind of the odd protagonist in an isekai that's actually a pretty good character overall.
さようなら。
余計な往復もこれで終わりかな。
If you're lucky. She's kind of crazy, man. She's a little nuts. Although, I feel like you might be she might be warming up to you in her weird tsundere way.
俺だったらもう最後までやってやるぜ。
ですね。自分も10までは確実に、いやもう少しソフトタッチ、セミハードタッチまでは。
Of course these losers think they would have did any better. Like, you ain't in the position, so of course you feel like you would have done better or gotten further. If you had the ability to do any of that, then you would have a girlfriend. But
騎士団が誘拐事件として捜査したところ、最後に接触した君が容疑者として浮かび上がった。話を聞かせてもらいたい。協力してくれ。
You're doing a really bad job at this whole background character thing. I don't wanna, you know, make you feel bad or anything, but yeah, you're not doing so great in this whole staying out of the spotlight thing.
悟った。これあかんやつだ。
So she just up and disappears, and now it's his fault. This is what happens, man. He is doing a really bad job at this whole staying behind the scenes thing. But yeah, overall, I don't hate his character. Like, I hate some of the shit he does because it's weird and annoying and cringy, but for the most part, I think he's overall a pretty good character. Like, I haven't seen anything like overly offensive about him, if that makes any sense. Episode 3 was pretty good. I don't have any complaints. Hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one.